I'm doing my skincare just before sleeping, and I think we have something to learn with my acne. I don't know if you can see, but here is acne that I exploded. I have this horrible habit from when I was a teenager, which is every time that I see an acne in my face, I will explode it. So it goes out and I take off my face. But today, but actually the last months of my life, I think when I became older, but also especially in the last months of my life and the last years, 2 years I would say, I started to do more like skincare, and I'm taking more care of my skin and trying to create better habits towards my skin, like passing things and taking care and self-care and all this stuff, and being more patient with the process of my acne to heal also. Because my boyfriend, he don't do that, and his skin is perfect. But I know it's not just because of that. But anyway, so I'm trying to learn to not explode my acne. But today I was doing my skincare. I just passed my retinol from Ordinary, and I do my blah 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 skin yoga that I don't know that if actually works, but I'm trying to see what happens and if I can stay young for longer. And and I saw my acne, which was almost exploding by itself, and I just which was almost exploding by itself, and I just like pop it. And I was like, okay, Joana, you should not do that. Next time you are not going to do that. You should not do that. You need to learn. And I told that to myself. And but okay, it was. I did it already. And then I had a look in my acne, and it was bleeding. So it was like getting out a lot of blood, and I was like, oh my god. Like I wanted to take it off from my face, but I just opened a hole where is passing things that should keep inside me. And this was the wise insight that I had with my acne, because I'm also trying to get better in not being as reactive as I can be. Like I feel also that because of that, maybe, that I exploded a lot of acne. During my teenager hood, I was a lot impulsive, an impulsive girl. Because I was like cathartic, and I wanted to live life intensively, and I had a lot of emotion, and I was suffering also, but I wanted to live life, and I was raised as a rebel also, so it was like I cannot accept things that I don't agree to, and I think because I was always very a logical person, like I since I was a kid, I wanted to be a physician, and I did it. Even if I didn't finish the university, I passed many years with this logical mind, and at the same time a creative mind. And I think because of my rationality that I learned with my father, I always wanted to be free of that in a certain way. So it was always like, emotions are good and we need to express our emotions, and if I want to scream or cry, or I don't know, it's part of my body and it needs to go out. And now I stopped to scream and to cry as I did before, but I still scream and cry sometimes, of course. But I feel that I'm still learning to not answer people or answer situations directly in the moment that I feel something about them. And I actually passed many years of my life meditating, because my mother is a Buddhist, and since I was 11 years old, I started going to the meditation, the full moon meditation in the Buddhist center of my mother. So this was my goal, to become more distant of what I'm experiencing in the world, like feeling my emotions, but having a distant perception of it, and being able to look from far away and see, yes, Joana, you're feeling that, but you can breathe a little bit and take your time, and it's going to pass. Or, I don't know, you're seeing that, but people have another perspective, and or communication is a difficult thing between people. People speak with each other and they don't actually understand themselves. So I practiced a lot that in my life, like trying to see things from a distance, and being able to separate my emotions of the multiplicity of reality and the different perspectives of reality and humans' point of view. And I'm feeling like, I cannot say that I'm bad again in that, but I'm feeling that for the last months or for the last 2 years that I'm here, I'm really in this path to become better on that. Like, not suffering as much as I used to suffer with things of life. And second, don't trusting actually in what I interpret of things at first, because it's really easy when you are talking to someone and this person tell you something, and you from your perspective of the world, with your experience, with your personality, you look in this thing that the person said, and you have all the answers for it. Like you analyze and you say that's not correct and everything, but actually this doesn't solve the problem. Like, is not even a question of being correct. It's like a question of life is complexer than we think, and humans have different perspectives, and communication is very tricky because we try to say things to someone. I think that's why I really love communication. But we try to say things to people, and because we have the context in our minds, we have our experience, the history that we lived in our minds, And when we say something to someone, we think this person will get what I'm trying to say. Like, it's obvious, it's so clear, it's so clear, it's so obvious. And the other person actually like hear what you're telling, and from her perspective, from she have a look in all the context, in all the experience she had, in her personality, in her way of looking the world, and she takes this thing that you said and she say, I got it. I know what you are trying to say me. But actually no one is understanding each other. Truly, like, communication will always have a noise. And it's not even like only noise, like, I don't know if when you were a child you at some point of life like asked yourself if the green that you are seeing here is the same green that the other person is seeing. It's like that with communication. You are seeing the word in a way and people are seeing the word in the way, and there is a gap between them. And that's why also that our mind can be tricky, and we can go with our emotions and our first impressions of the situation and react to it and respond, like answer the thing that you are hearing from the other person. But normally, most of the case, if not always, you should take a step back, breathe a little bit, and maybe let like pass 30 minutes before saying everything that you want to say inside of your heart. Like, thinking a little bit, but also letting cool down inside of you. Maybe asking to another person what are the perspectives. Thinking another way to communicate what you want to communicate. To not be like reactive, or like in a battle of ways of seeing the world. So this is my insight that I had with my acne. I pop it exploded, and I saw a beautiful allegory of how I have been. Like, I see something in the middle of situations that I think that I need to pop out of me and let it go and put it out and express it, but maybe I just need to let the acne there so it dries itself. This is my side of the day. Stay for more.